Hi and welcome back to another tech wrap tutorial. My name is Melissa Crafter, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how I put this super fun vinyl full wrap decal on this glass cup. So if that is something that you're interested in, please continue watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Before we begin, I want to show you where I got the SVG cut file. I did purchase it off Etsy. The shop name is called Sincerely Barbie, and the name of the file is Spring Vibes Full Wrap SVG. It was $2.99. I bought it and downloaded it to my computer. Now I am on Cricut Design Space and I have already uploaded my decal. This decal did come pre-sized to fit my 16-ounce Libby can glass. Going to send it off to my Cricut to cut it out. So these are the opal adhesive vinyls that you can find on the TeckWrap website. These vinyls are colorful and vibrant, and they have a super cool color shift that changes depending on the lighting. The TeckWrap website will be linked down below in the video description. So I'm going to begin by cutting out my vinyl decal. I'm going to be using my TeckWrap standard tag cutting mat. For the main part of my flowers, I'm going to be using white adhesive vinyl from TeckWrap. This vinyl is called Coconut White and it's part of the 001 Gloss series. You can purchase this vinyl in either a sheet pack or a 10-foot roll. I'm going to load my mat with my vinyl, making sure that my mat here aligns to my mat on Cricut Design Space. That way my design will cut within my vinyl. Here's my cutting machine cutting out my first layer of my vinyl decal. I'm then going to load my mat with my second vinyl color, which I'm going to be using for the center of the flowers. This vinyl here is a TeckWrap Opal adhesive vinyl in the color beige orange. Here I'm going to add my vinyl to my cutting mat, and I'm going to make sure again that it aligns to my mat on Cricut Design Space. All TeckWrap vinyl comes with this clear protective sheet on it to protect it from getting scratched, so you want to make sure you remove that before sending it off to your cutting machine. So here is my cutting machine cutting out my second vinyl color. I do have the cut setting on custom, and I do have it on holographic vinyl with the pressure on the blade on more. So here my cutting machine has cut out both layers of my vinyl decal, and now I'm going to weed the excess vinyl. To do that, I'm going to be using my TeckWrap weeding pen. I really like this weeding pen because it has a sharp stainless steel tip that allows precise weeding down to the smallest detail. I am going to go in on one of the corners here and begin to remove the excess vinyl. You do want to be sure to take your time and slowly remove the excess vinyl. So here is the cup that I'm going to be using. I am going to go in with an alcohol prep pad to clean my cup, just to be sure that my vinyl has a good surface to adhere well to. Now I'm going to add some transfer tape onto the top layer of my decal. I'm using my squeegee to press down on my transfer tape to make sure that my vinyl adheres onto the transfer tape well. And now I'm going to remove the backing off my vinyl. Layer my decal, I'm going to be using the parchment paper hack or the parchment paper method. I'm going to add my parchment paper on top of my bottom layer, and I'm going to add my top layer on top of the parchment paper. You can see through the parchment paper and you can move both vinyl decal layers around until you find the correct placement. Your vinyl decal will not stick to the parchment paper. I do leave a little piece on the left hand side exposed without parchment paper underneath. And now I'm going to move around my vinyl layers until I find the correct placement. Now that I've found the correct placement, I'm going to adhere that piece that I left exposed on the left hand side, and I'm going to remove my parchment paper from underneath. And now I'm going to go in with my Tech Wrap squeegee and make sure that both my vinyl layers adhere on well together. I am then going to remove the backing. And here is my vinyl decal layered and ready to be placed on my cup. So I am now going to add my vinyl decal on my cup. I am going to put parchment paper underneath my cup and leave that exposed part on the left hand side. I like to do this when working with full wrap decals just to ensure that my full wrap decal is going to wrap around my cup well and I'm not going to have any overlapping where both ends of my decal meet. I'm going to adhere that exposed part, and with the parchment paper underneath, I'm going to wrap my vinyl decal all the way around my cup. Now that I see that the placement is good and I'm not going to have any overlapping, I am now going to remove the parchment paper from underneath and begin to adhere my vinyl decal onto my cup. I'm going to use my squeegee to go all the way around my cup to make sure that my vinyl decal adheres on well. I am then going to slowly begin to remove my transfer tape off my cup. And here is how my cup looks now that the transfer tape has been removed. So here is how my cup turned out. This cup was super fun and easy to make. That is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Also, be sure to subscribe to this channel if you aren't already. Thank you guys so much for watching.